All right, it's 3:18. That's not the worst leaving time ever. It's not the best. We should be leaving right away in the morning. It looks like 2.5 hours. Is that where we're going to?
That's a Walmart, yeah.
Is it one that you can stay at?
I don't know that yet.
Okay, looks like the navigator needs to navigate us up to where we're going.
Well, believe it or not, I finished the backsplash. That took like 4 grueling days, maybe 3, and it looks beautiful. It was worth it, but it was extremely painful to do, mentally and physically, and my neck is very sore. But it looks wonderful. We're so happy with it. Everything's coming together just in time for us to pack up and leave. So I'm going to pack up the inside while Aaron does the outside, which is sort of our duties that we've divided.
Our arrangement.
Our unofficial arrangement. And there's lots of crap. It's like that piddly stuff. You gotta figure out where it goes. We still have tools lying around. We still have unfinished projects. Like, we are not completely ready to go, but it is time to go.
Well, it's pack-up day at the schoolhouse that we've been staying at from Heath and Alyssa Pageant. They're doing a little hip camp here right now, but this is going to be a really, really nice campground in the future, hopefully in 2022 sometime. But we've been here for almost 3 weeks now, and it is time to pack up. We're trying to dry everything off. It's been raining for the past couple, I don't know, 3-4 days. We had hail. It's just been pretty crazy. So I'm trying to dry everything off this morning. It's about 9 o'clock and still have a ton to do. I am going to mount the bikes to the back rack here. It is a hitch that has a 250-pound capacity. So we're going to remove the batteries, make the bikes as light as possible. I know Hollywood Rack doesn't like these on the back of a travel trailer, but we don't have anywhere else to put the bikes right now, and so we just need to get them to our next destination, and we'll continue to find out a better solution than to have them on the back of the trailer. All right, here's the setup for the bikes. Like I said, I got the rack installed. This is a very beefy bike rack that is welded to the frame. If you look back here, there's the big weld, as well as pretty big tubular steel that holds the bumper on as well. So I wanted to be as careful as possible. I have our cable lock through the tires, and that also goes through the bike rack itself. And then I have our heavy-duty steel ABIS folding locks, one on my bike attached to Chris's bike, as well as hers back here attached to mine. And then lastly, I just attached our cinch chain around the bumper. I actually had it around the ladder at first, and then I'm like, what am I doing? Why would I not put it around here? So that's just kind of some extra precaution. I don't know, we'll see. We always used to travel with the batteries on, so I removed those. That's 20 pounds removed. And kind of hard to tell from this, but as you step back, the brake lights are visible on both sides, which is nice, and the license plate is mostly visible. It's kind of partially blocked. Hopefully that's not an issue. I know partial block is even a no-no in some states, but I think that's gonna do it, or at least get us on the road today. I don't have a checklist yet. We never needed to have a checklist in the van just because it was so simple, but
I latched the shower. That's an important check.
that is an important one. I have no idea what I need to do, so I'm just gonna literally like walk around, and I'm not gonna film because I don't want to like distract myself, but I'm basically just gonna walk around to every cabinet, every drawer, and then the same with the outside, and try to get this thing ready for travel, because we towed it empty, but this is our first.
Slide to hold it down, no short bursts. Hold it down firm and let it go all the way in.
Yeah, what else did we learn 10 days ago that I can't remember?
The slide was important.
Shower door, the slide. Theres 3 latching cabinets. These have locks in them. That one, and that one. I gotta double check the batteries just to make sure under the bed.
Leave the blinds up.
Yeah, blinds up. We tried traveling with them down, but we think up makes more sense so they're not flapping around and coming loose. What else?
Exciting.
Anything else you can think of?
No, I think those were the big things. Make sure the oven's off.
Mm-hmm. Make sure, oh, the gas needs to be off.
Do you want to write notes? Because I have a Post-it pad in here you could write.
No, I'll walk around and it'll trigger everything. So
You should start a checklist on your phone.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right, I'll be back.
This process worked pretty well. I just went starting from the bathroom and kind of worked my way to touch everything. The fridge, all these drawers, and then I just kind of kept going around. We don't have that much stuff in here quite yet. We haven't even fully moved in yet. But our Berkey, since a lot of you guys have those, Chris had it in the sink with like some tension rods. I don't know. It was kind of sliding around a little bit. I guess I just didn't really like that. So I just kind of shoved it underneath the sink here. It tucks in there nicely. The pillows kind of help pack it in. And that worked out pretty well. Like I said, this one's nice because it's got double shelves in it. This one I'm rearranging because it's just so big, and we have these kind of heavy food containers. So I put some of them down here. Tension rods. I'm just trying to avoid that first disaster where we come back and it's a mess and something heavy really did some big damage. But I think so far it's working. I wish these lips were a little bit bigger. It's like maybe a ½ inch if at all. So it catches it a little bit, but the big heavy stuff you got to watch out for, these big cabinets like that. So, and then I'm gonna go around, I'm gonna wrap all of these handles with rubber bands. Is that a thing? Does anybody else do that? Is that gonna help at all? I feel like, you know, if they do pop open, it's gonna kind of spring them back closed. I don't know. Seems like that might help a little bit. I feel like I'm packing up a kid for like his first day of school. So one last step with the rubber bands all around. I don't know if I'm crazy or if that's like a thing that people do. Anybody know any extra tips to make this secure? I think it kind of works. If it like flings open, it kind of slams shut. Maybe that's something I can patent. Oh, I forgot to show everybody what it looks like with the slide in on our tour. So that was obviously the slide going in. It kind of, I think when Chris painted, it kind of got stuck to the side of the wall. But anyways, this is what it's like. You can still get right to the bathroom, no problem. Entryway here. Fridge is fine. And the countertop. Sorry for the rough lighting. And so, let's say we're at Walmart. You can't use this slide when it's on the in position. Apparently you can only use it when it's fully extended, otherwise it's not properly supported. So you can't step on it and you can't sit on it when it's on the in position. So that's one downside, but not a big deal because at least we have full access to the kitchen, to the bed, still enough room to walk by. And then this is maybe, I don't know, 12 inches or so for the bedroom. And then we'll still have full access to the bedroom. This is what it looks like this way. So plenty of space with the slide in. And we can still watch TV. Okay, I think that's everything. I'm gonna just double check the water pump's off. Just put the slide in, the awning's in, lights are off, tank heater's off. I don't know if I'll need to use this while hitching up or if I'll use the one outside. We'll have to see, but otherwise that's it. A few more things to just get out of here and we'll button up the inside. That's what she looks like. For the hitch lock, I went with this amp lock, A-M-P-L-O-C-K, and you know, it was kind of between this or like the Proven Force seems to be a really popular one. That's the one, or Fort Knox too, that's the one that kind of goes over all of it. This was the only one that I could get shipped in time. They're pretty expensive. They're about 265 bucks. Proven lock or Proven Force, whatever it's called, is like 270. And then I think Fort Knox is around the same price. So hopefully I can get this unlocked. I guess I don't know what I'm doing. I tested it before I put it on. The key just wasn't in all the way. Huh. So it's just this heavy double two-piece. Each piece weighs about 5 pounds and it's basically just a coupler lock. Does anybody else have recommendations on trailer locks? I'm kind of curious. I didn't have a whole ton of time. Like I said, this was the only one that was one of those good beefy ones that would ship in time to where we're at, and we need one right away. So I'd like to know what everybody else is using out there. People talk about the chains being locked up into the Fort Knox. I find it so weird that, I mean, I know a thief could hook up these safety chains and drag a trailer, but I mean, how would you stop the trailer and where would you go with it? And the thing would be on the ground. I mean, this is maybe a tiny little like utility trailer or something like that, but you know, something that weighs 8, 9, 10,000 pounds, I don't think somebody's gonna hook up to safety chains and drag away, but who knows? Here she comes. Chris did an awesome job backing up, and I'm pretty sure I was starting to hit the retract button here to manually do it, but with the auto level system you just hit auto hitch and it should go back to the same height that you unhitched on. And
that's smart.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be easy. Okay, that was auto hitch. What's happening? It's gonna raise the rear jacks first, it looks like. It's not falling on its face.
We're winning so far.
So far. I'm always nervous to hit like the retract all button. I just feel like it's gonna like plop down on its own.
It's gonna do a walrus dive?
Yeah. Okay, now it's gonna lower a little bit. Ooh, that actually worked well. See how much weight's squatting on the truck. Definitely more weight in her now. Okay, so now I'm gonna raise it up so that this can fit onto the latch. At least that's how it's supposed to work.
That's the vision?
Yeah.
You're gonna see the camera jolt on that one when I flinched.
I don't know how far we have to go. A little bit farther. I think I'm gonna move these chains. It's pretty high. Oh, that worked. And then if you park the exact same way, all you have to do is get the pin through. And so the angle is off by just a little bit, and that's like the tricky part where you gotta almost back up to the exact same way. I just had to go up just a little bit more because that releases more tension. We're so close.
Woohoo! The pin has been birthed.
Okay. And then, see how these chains are loose right now? I have the truck picked up with the ball, and as I lower it back down, these will tighten up. And hopefully nothing breaks or snaps or does anything crazy. See that getting tighter?
Yeah. That's what you want, huh?
So that's how the Andersen weight hitch is supposed to transfer weight from the trailer back up to the truck. Some people love them, some people hate them.
You're TBD still?
Yeah, I mean, we just don't have enough experience with it yet, but it seems okay.
Not bad for your first time.
You don't have to do any like big wrenching of the weight distribution bars. And so we'll do these again. I got them crisscrossed like everybody tells me to do so.
What does that do?
Well, apparently if this did fall, these are the safety like backup chains, like if your hitch failed.
Oh.
So your trailer's still attached
So
to
you
it.
just drag your trailer with those chains?
It would supposedly drop onto these and like not completely fall if they were like that.
Yep.
That's the goal. Hopefully we never have to worry about that. I want to check real quick and see if the truck charges the battery of the RV while we're driving.
Okay.
I'm actually pretty impressed. When I fired up the truck, it's putting 4.5, 5 amps and 60 watts into the battery. So that's not bad. That's like what we were charging with our 90 watt panel. We were getting about that during the day. So I'm pleasantly surprised. That will charge up the battery, especially if we're driving for a long time. That's going to help quite a bit because we only need to charge up a little bit. Okay, I guess that's everything.
That's a wrap.
I don't know. I feel like I'm forgetting a bunch of stuff. Ow! Almost lost my fingers in there.
We need those fingers. Look at all those flies.
Flies. The new RV lock, the door lock, that's working out pretty great. We just put this thing in like almost immediately. And it's, so you got a keypad. It also has manual keys, but this way, as you're just leaving your RV, you can lock it quick and unlock it. And
did you grab a phone cord?
yeah.
Nice. All right, is that it?
There's the wheel chocks here.
Thank you, Mark and Julie, for those.
Grab handlebar. I'm gonna walk around like 6 more times just to make sure I got everything.
We've got a man injured.
I don't know what happened, but I'm bleeding already. It's my first wound from the RV. It could have been one of 10,000 things that that got me. Hard to see in the daylight. Is that the backup light?
Yeah.
Okay, blinkers. Okay, good. Check. We got lights. Watch out for the tree. I'm just kidding. There's nothing there. You're in a big empty parking lot. She said this is scary.
I've had enough driving for one day.
That's it? That's it?
Yeah, I'm not feeling it today.
Oh man. She said that's enough. I give up. All right, it's 3:18. That's not the worst leaving time ever. It's not the best. We should be leaving right away in the morning. It looks like 2.5 hours. Is that where we're going to?
That's a Walmart, yeah.
Is it one that you can stay at?
I don't know that yet.
Okay. Looks like the navigator needs to navigate us up to where we're going. So this is the beginning of the $1 Million Highway, and you can see why they call it that. It's absolutely stunning, and we just had kind of a little bit of a storm system roll through the past couple days. We saw that hail that showed up, and it's been raining for like 3-4 days, and then the mountains have just an incredible amount of snow on the tops of them, and it's absolutely stunning. It's kind of hard to describe. It's like something out of a movie.
And I love the way the clouds are just sitting on them. Or they're sitting in the clouds, I should say.
Yeah.
And the trees are all beautiful too.
Yeah, the fall colors are turning, and oh man, look at that mountain. That is amazing.
Aaron doing his third spot check. Can't be too safe on our first day of riding around.
Yeah, I don't know what to expect. I just, you know, hopefully nothing, but...
How's it looking here?
It looks good. It looks good. Nothing opened, nothing moved. Now I can relax for the rest of the drive. My rubber bands are a success. I didn't know what to expect. Obviously, I didn't want anything to pop out, but I just wanted to check. You never know. Maybe I forgot a cupboard or drawer or something like that. So, looks good. Can't wait to get to Walmart. It is towing a lot different than it was the first time, and I know obviously it was empty and our truck had a lot of weight that was out of it because our tent and our cooking supplies and everything was back at the schoolhouse in Montrose. And then we bought a bunch of junk from Amazon, so that had to add some weight, and the batteries weigh 240 pounds. So I don't know if like the weight distribution hitch needs to be adjusted a little bit. It just feels like it's floating a little bit more, a little more bouncy, and it feels a little less stable, like almost like it's windy, but it's not really windy today. So not 100% sure. I'm just gonna kind of take it slow, drive carefully, and I don't know, we got to get this thing weighed. I know we're not overweight. There's no way we put in 3,000 pounds of stuff, but I'd still like to know what we weigh.
Except if the location is correct, which this is. And then it says, please pull your vehicle on the scale. So that's our next step.
Yeah, if I can back up straight.